everyone, welcome to yet another edition of DA at Work, and I'm Councillor Maifala-Masebe, and this week we are tackling a number of service delivery issues, such as an update from what's happening with the bent building out in Brackendown's police station. We're also looking at some of the issues relating to roads infrastructure in the area. As you know, in this term, that's one of the main priorities, especially right now with a lot of potholes. Now, I'm here today also at Brackenhurst Clinic. Now, I just want to tell you, like, the clinic, obviously, besides the few issues such as network issues and so forth, the clinic is operating well, and you can see what I'm glad to see is how well it's maintained as compared to the other times that we've been here. And also, I want to take this opportunity for residents, please, if you're vaccinated or you want to get vaccinated and you need a booster shot, please feel free to come to the clinic. I've just literally about 10 minutes ago, I've literally just taken my booster shot. You can come to the clinic. It's very friendly, it's very quick, and the staff are very helpful. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy this week's DA at Work edition. Thank you. Hi everyone, so we are out here in Brackendown's police station, and of course we're still standing behind this. This is now going for 3 years that this building has been like this. Now, what has been done to this point is that you remember with previous updates, we've been updating you as to the ownership of these buildings here, including the police stations. We've been updating you on issues around whose responsibilities it is to maintain this. Now, based on the previous responses from council, is that SEPS is responsible for maintenance of the properties here. Now, that is very strange, because this property, as we have established before and over again, is that both the police station, the property where it's built, as well as this, is built on council-owned land. Now, we find it very strange that a council-owned land is the responsibility of the person that's renting from council or leasing from council to maintain. Now, that is very strange, because I'm busy currently studying the lease agreement between council as well as national government, and once I've done that, there will also be follow-ups to national government to find out, to compare the two answers as to whose responsibility ultimately this is. Now, if you ask me what I think should be happening here, is that this property should be maintained by council. It remains council's property. It remains their responsibility to maintain. It needs to be upgraded. Brackendown's police station has been a temporary station for over 30 years. Now, this is something that cannot be accepted. It has been established that the property belongs to council. It has also been established that national government indicated that they do not have much interest in acquiring this piece of land. Also, it has been established that council does not want to use this piece of land. Now, you ask me, for me, it actually should be a simple solution to all of this. This property should be given to national government. SEPS and Public Works should take responsibility. The reason why I'm saying this is because the maintenance of this property, the grass cutting, everything, the outlook, the potholes by the parking area, should be looked after by SEPS. SEPS should be responsible for their own property. We are in this case whereby this police station in particular has one bathroom toilet facilities. Now, what does that mean? It means that the staff members of the public, as well as suspects, get to use a single bathroom facilities. Now imagine that. In fact, if you look at one of the toilets, the window looks into the holding cell. Well, not really looks into, but like it's right next to the holding cells. Now you can imagine that that is not a situation where you want to find your police station to be. So I want this police station to be given over to national government so that national government can take responsibility and upkeep and inspire officers to do their work, because the state of this police station is demotivating the staff members to do their work properly. And if they're not motivated, you and I are not safe. Okay, we are now out in Poppy Street. Now, you would remember the last time we were here, it looked promising that this entire section of the road will now be resurfaced as it's done at the top there. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't council that did that. It was the property owners over there that arranged for that, or council with them arranged for that resurfacing. Now, the issue here now is that we need this entire place resurfaced. But my concern is, if I look at the setup of this street, is that there's actually like closed off. It makes me question whether there's any intention to resurface this part. Now, this issue remains on our IDP because as the residents of this area, they feel very strongly that this part here needs to be resurfaced. And I'm gonna also take you through, if you can just come with me here now, that the only problem in Poppy Street is not only the reconstruction of that part there, but if you look here, this is a case for just about most areas around Brackenhurst and Bracken Downs, potholes. Now the problem is, the challenge with potholes as it stands is that obviously with the more than usual rain that we usually get at this time of the year, it has made it very, very challenging for the department to actually make sure that potholes, either they are filled or they are fixed as and when they need to. So, and also they had issues of budget just before the end of February. Every department had an issue of budget where not enough budget was allocated to actually delivering services. Now, what has happened on the 24th of February is that council has approved an adjustment budget. What that adjustment means is that money that was not speaking directly to fixing of potholes, fixing of normal service delivery issues, is now redirected to make sure that there's budget to address issues such as potholes. Even if you look a little bit further down, you'll see there's potholes. And in fact, if you look at the entire Poppy Street, it also does need resurfacing. So I'm using Poppy Street as an example, but please bear in mind that this is a case across many streets, across Brackenhurst and Bracken Downs, and I'm sure you'll also tell me of other streets. So I'm using this as an example, but there are other streets that we have raised with the department, and we are following up continuously, almost on a weekly basis, to make sure that they address all of these issues. We are now in Renonkel Street, and as you can see, we've requested a trench to be built up here. Still doesn't look like a trench. It's now been again. It's now going for 3 years. This has been requested and it's still not done. Now the problem here is that there might not be a problem now, but you remember in 2019 with a freakishly large storm, these people found themselves losing their property in their cars because of the storm that happened. Now, the solution here for me is simple, is that I've requested Roads Department to have a trench here or a channel here so that this does not get repeated. Their response, of course, is this has to go through an IDP. Now, I, on the one hand, can include this on the IDP, but I obviously need your input as well. Now, also, just to give give you an insight as to what it means on an IDP. On an IDP, it then means that one of the issues that we have already on the IDP have to be removed. And we can't remove anything on our IDP until that thing is done. Secondly, the department, in my view, and I've let them know in no uncertain terms, that they also have an IDP. They also can put this on their IDP to ensure that this is done. Not only that, when I looked down a little bit when I got here, there's still a stormwater drain which is still broken. It's been raised 2019. It's been raised. I can't even remember how many emails, how many issues have been sent for that stormwater drain to be fixed. So I will continue raising these issues to ensure that service delivery is done in your area as it should be. As one of the main things that I'm looking at is roads infrastructure in the area. As I said, from Poppy Street, now even in Rainbow Street, as I was driving down, the potholes that have been reported since the beginning of the year are still there. I do know they've started fixing some potholes, but I think it needs to be accelerated in some way. Even though, yes, we've had rain more than usual, but I believe we can still do a little bit more than what we've been doing now. Thank you very much.